Sagittarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, my friends? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here and watching. And Sagittarius, how you feeling through this full moon here? I'm just looking out the window. I have a window that's right here. I'm looking out this window at the full moon here. And I tell you what, this was a hard one for me. I'm a Sag rising, and this full moon was a hard one for me because the sun is in your sign, but your opposite sign is Gemini, and the moon is in Gemini. So it's opposing energies, right? But it's also a time where things click into place. It's like, for me as a reader, an energy reader, the moon and the sun opposing each other is like we were in the dark and all of a sudden, boom, things come to light. But the fact that things are happening that quickly, that you're having realizations, can be really frustrating. And some of them can be things that you were thinking about for a while and being caught in your own thought pattern about. So I feel like, well, for me, it turned up as very angry. I was very angry about some of the things that were going on, not external things, but internal things that I was sorting out. So I'm wondering how this full moon is affecting you, because it is opposing your energy, right? So thank you for showing up here. As I said, if you're brand new, welcome. Thank you so much for rolling up here on the shenanigans. I hope you'll stay. And thanks for those of you who found the hype button. I'm really grateful for those of you who have been hitting that hype button. It really does help grow the tribe. It helps grow the channel as well. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for the thumbs up. And look, we've had so many new additions to the tribe. I just want to say hello to all of you who are brand new. For those of you who are the ride or die and you come back and you're already sick of my crap, thanks for coming back. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about the private readings situation, and I'm also going to tell you how to find the extended. We're going to do a 9-card draw. That's what we're doing this time. Let's find out what's going on for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay. You know what? It feels like here we've got the Six of Pentacles here. I'm using the Yuletide Tarot, by the way, so it says the Six of Gifts. Gifts are earth energy. So looking at the Six of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands is here with the Five of Cups. It really does feel like you have worry that you are going to regret something if you do not give somebody some sort of reciprocal energy. It feels like you're carrying something heavy. Sadness, possibly. The Five of Cups is not necessarily always sadness, but it feels like something is over. We've got the three of cups here that are, that are broken, pushed over. And the Three of Cups is generally usually happiness and celebration, togetherness, and bringing things together, reconciliation. It feels like what you're carrying with you is something that's making you sad or regretful. And it might be that you've all of a sudden have this regret that, I'm just looking at this, and she's holding a gift and there's no one there to take it, but it looks like she's willing to give. I feel like you're struggling right now, that you're in a little bit of the struggle bus as to whether to open up to somebody, give them reciprocity, maybe reach out to them. It feels like there is a bit of a struggle, that you've been carrying some sort of emotional or regretful burden that you want to put down, because the Six of Pentacles is telling me in the past, because this is past energy over here, in the past we used to have reciprocal energy, but it feels like we don't anymore. And it feels like that is sort of making you sad. We've got the Strength card in the reverse. It feels like here somebody is trying to find the courage to bring something together, organize it, make it stable and sturdy. I just want to feel better in my health, feel better in my wealth, feel better in my stability. And then we have the Three of Swords. This really does feel like you're thinking about someone this holiday season, is what it feels like. You're thinking about somebody that from the past that you used to give reciprocal energy to. Now, Pentacles are not love. We have no cups here, except for the Five of Cups. And I'm just going to say it's not necessarily a romantic or love situation that I'm talking about. It could be anybody. It could be a member of your family. It could be a friend. But it feels like somebody here is trying to muster the courage. Strength is in the reverse. For me, that's inner strength, or trying to gain the courage to do something. Trying to gain the courage to give reciprocal energy, because this has been weighing on me heavily. Now, this doesn't have to be you. This could be somebody who's thinking about you, right? So take it as it's going to represent in your life. But we do have the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like somebody wants to organize something. So I'm going to say that for some of you, maybe as you're organizing Christmas, putting up the tree, putting the presents under the tree, that you're trying to keep stable about something that is just playing on a loop in your mind. And it feels like something's weighing heavily on you that is emotional. We do have the 3 of Swords here. We always look at the way that things are situated on the card, right? You can see it almost looks like 2 against 1. It feels like that they're, that these 2 people could have you on the outside looking in. This could be a friendship. This could be mom and dad. This could be brother, sister. This could be a relationship. But it feels like the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords being here tells me that there is something that I feel is disappointing, that it's not coming together. Now, I feel like now that we're in the holiday season and you're starting to make plans, maybe you're making plans to have everybody at your home, beautifying the home. I feel like that's where this feels the heaviest. Now, this could definitely be someone who's already passed away, definitely for some of you. But for some of you, this is what's happening in the 3D. I'm looking at the 3 trees. And so it feels like something that's happening in the 3D. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're missing someone who has passed. But for some of you, that is going to be the situation here, that you're trying to muster the courage to get through the holidays because it feels emotionally heavy. And look, more people are going through that than anything. I'm telling you, there's so many people who are going through so many hard things right now at this time of year. Because it's a time of family and get together, and when people don't have people, it makes it hard, or when there's a rift in a friendship or family member situation. All right, so we have the King of Cups. Somebody's holding something under the surface here. Somebody doesn't want to show their feelings about a situation. I do see the King of Cups primarily as a father or mother figure, so it could be a father or a mother that you're on the outskirts, on the outs with here. We've got the King of Wands. It feels like somebody wants to reach out to another person and invite them to their home, or say, are you coming for dinner? Or I'm inviting a bunch of people over. Do you want to come and enjoy a meal with us? We do have the 3 of Wands. Yeah, this is someone who feels like they're going to be feeling this regret in the future, 3 of Wands, if I don't get this thing cleared up. I feel like this is the time of year, and it may have been bothering you the whole year, but it gets especially heavy this time of year because this is a time of get-togethers, being together in family. And so I feel like somebody is maybe a little bit stubborn with their feelings or not wanting to show their feelings on the surface. This could be someone that you're having an issue with. So I mean that you don't have issue with them. This definitely could be someone who has, the Scorpio's cutoff game is pretty strong. Could be somebody who's cut you off, somebody you've cut off. It feels like somebody is not allowing their feelings to the surface. And I feel like this is something that's probably playing on your feelings, playing like it feels heavy, that you're carrying it and it's heavy. And so it feels, especially at this time of year when the Queen of Pentacles is the one who's always doting and loving and beautifying and taking care of, and pre-empress energy. It's like when all the hustle bustle's going on, that's when you begin to think about whomever it is that you no longer have in your life that you're giving reciprocity to. Tell me about the 10 of Wands. We do have the Knight of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. And we do have the Star. Oh, I forgot to put down 2 cards. We'll do that in a second. So we have the Star. It feels like the Knight of Wands tells me that I feel that you are needing to relieve whatever it is that you're carrying around that's weighing heavy on you. And I feel like the Knight of Wands is telling me that you possibly might be in a situation where you have to be brave to open up the door. The Ace of Wands being here, right? This particular one is like shedding light on something for me, this particular depiction. And it feels like that maybe we just need to light the candle. Maybe it's like the olive branch. Maybe I just need to light the candle, decorate the tree, and start to manifest that this person is going to come back into my life, or say a little prayer for them if this person is not able to come back into your life. It feels like wish fulfillment or hope. It feels like you're hoping that somebody is going to be in a position to reach out to you. It does feel like it is something that makes you sad, that you probably miss this person. Tell me what the 3 of Swords is about, the 3 of Canes here. Tell me what the 3 of Swords is about. Oh, first let's put down a couple of cards, what's under the surface. We've got the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Look, it does feel like it might be a family thing for some of you. It feels like, we've got 2 people in the front here. And we've got two people in the back. It feels like these two people in the back are cooperating with each other, building a snowman. These two in the front. It could be one of those situations where somebody in the family has gone off into a relationship and they've ignored everybody else. It could be that, and maybe feel some type of way about it. Should I even bother inviting them? Are they even going to take my invite? It feels like there is some sort of victory that is coming up in the Ten of Cups here. So it does feel like something is going to work out. We have the Ten of Cups. We've got the Sun in the Six of Wands. It feels like somebody does want your attention, or you do want to give somebody attention. It could be, we got a platonic and a romantic relationship in the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups isn't always romantic. And so we've got somebody in the front, right, the foreground, somebody's holding up the mistletoe, and we've got people in the background, kids who are cooperating and building a snowman. It could be a friendship or a platonic situation. Tell me what the Three of Swords is all about. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Devil. So it does feel like there is hardship between you and someone else who are very much alike. And that could be an issue. That could be a problem, right? When people mirror us, they mirror back to us what we don't like in others. When we're pointing a finger at somebody else and saying, you did this, you are that. And that's why I kind of discourage you about doing it in the comment section. Because look, I know that when I read your comment and you're disparaging about someone else, it's because it's something in yourself that you don't see that you need to work on. And I feel like this Queen and King of Pentacles here are two people who are mirroring each other, and I don't think we like the mirror, and that's where we're not getting along. It feels like this Three of Pentacles tells me that there is a foundation that was built here. We do have a solid foundation, but it turned out to be disappointing or heartbreaking. And that's because somebody has mirrored back to you, or you've mirrored back to them who they are. And what they saw in themselves is something they didn't like, so they blamed it on you. It's called projection. And so we do have the Death card here. Sorry, not the Death card, but the Devil. So it does feel like something is going round and round. It's your fault. No, it's my fault. No, it's your fault. They point finger at you. You point finger at them. And that's why it's so disappointing. We've already built a foundation. So we have a pretty solid foundation. At one point, we did have collaboration and cooperation. That's what the Three of Pentacles is about. We know that because we see that going on here. We grew up together, possibly. It could be a brother and a sister that are having a hard time. Could definitely be someone who is in a love relationship. Tell me about the Strength card, because somebody here is trying to muster the courage to give reciprocity to someone who is not giving them energy, or who is keeping their feelings under the surface, and that could very easily be you. Tell me about the Strength card. We've got Leo here. Oh, look, we got the Queen of Cups here. Interesting. We've got the Two of Wands, and we've got the Five of Wands. So somebody's hesitating on taking action. It feels like, if I'm talking about you, Sagittarius, it feels like that you feel a certain way about this whole thing. You are sort of in this energy of being compassionate and kind, and I wish I could speak with them again, and I wish they would speak with me. But it feels like that this person here, the King of Cups, is a hard nut to crack. And even if they're not a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, even if they're not in that energy, they just feel like they have a hard shell. And it's hard to crack the hard shell. So I feel like you've been hesitating on, the hesitation is within the Five of Wands. You've been hesitating to reach out to someone because you think that it might end up being competition, or they might see it as you reaching out because of competition. And what I mean by that is that this person feels like other people are goading you into contacting them. So this does feel like it could be a group dynamic or a family dynamic. So we have the Two of Wands here. Somebody is holding back or is in indecision about whether I should take action. Emotionally, find the courage to contact somebody and invite them, Six of Pentacles, to my home, which I'm beautifying. Should I invite them in again? This King of Wands here has a lot of wisdom. So it feels like you, this being your energy, right? Being in the fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, I feel like you've grown and you've got a lot more wisdom. And I think that you understand logically, psychologically, whatever you want to say, what the dynamic is here. And you no longer you don't want to carry this into the new year. You don't want to carry this into the future. So I feel like there is a situation here that you're about to make a decision on. It has to do with a family or someone who feels like family, a group dynamic with the 10 of Cups, somebody you used to have a really happy relationship with. But I feel like somebody here needs to bring something to the surface or put attention on that. I think that if you decide to reach out, or if they decide to reach out to you, the only way it's going to repair itself is if we put a lot of emphasis or the spotlight, right? 6 of Wands, Leo energy, on the 10 of Cups and all the things that we used to do together, all the ways that we used to love each other, all the ways in which we were happy with each other. Let's talk about this King of Wands here. I feel like we should talk about what you've learned and why your mind has changed here. The Moon energy. Yes. Because time is not promised. And I think that's the mindset that you're in right now. Absolutely. We just don't know how much time we have left to make memories. And I think that's the truth. And that makes me a little bit weepy. It's true. We don't know, right? The moon is here. Things are not as they seem. And then we have the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups, you can see that person is, they're standing in their slippers and a sweater. It's somebody who's in a remembrance about childhood or the way things used to be when we were happier, 2 kids holding hands, skipping to the house here. We don't know how much time is left because it's not a promise, right? Everything could change in a moment. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Destiny is here, and I think that it's time. It's time to resolve something. And I'm not telling you that you have to. I'm just saying that the cards are saying it's time to resolve something that's really important to you because you don't want to carry it into the future. Everything is changing in your life, and I think that you want to share that with this particular person or people or the group of people. But we don't know how much time we have left here, and everything could change in a moment's notice. There is the list here, and so that is a big decision. That's the Judgment card in this deck. There's a big decision for you to make here, and you could have some sort of aha moment about what is my wish fulfillment? What do I actually want in this life? Am I just going to put all of my differences aside and just say, look, we just need to sit down and talk about this instead of pointing fingers and you blaming me and me blaming you, and I honestly don't care whose fault you think it is or whose fault they think it is. But I feel like you are going to create the environment. This is the Magician. The Magician has all the resources and tools to make creation, right? Then you're in your creative sort of creation energy, creating the right environment, opening a new door, having a realization about what you're manifesting. What are you bringing? Are you manifesting a block? Is your intuition blocked? That's who we have here. We have the Marylord, and that is the High Priestess. It feels like somebody here might have their intuition blocked. Maybe you're just not listening to it. You know what your gut's telling you, but you're not listening to it. Look, we're going to go into the extended. There's a lot more to talk about here. What's under the bottom of the deck? We've got other things that we're going to clarify. Who is the person that we're talking about? What started the rift? I feel like there is a rift of some sort here, but what I do know is that we're not afforded any time, that anything could happen at any time. And I feel like somebody's looking into the future saying, I don't want to bring this into 2026. So let's talk about that. And if you want to come into the extended with us, please do that, Sagittarius. You can look at the top of the comments. There is one pinned comment. If you click on that comment and click on more, a list will open up. It will give you the link to the membership area. If you'd like to come see this extended, you will get 4 in a month, by the way, if you're watching for one sign, more if you're watching for more signs in the membership area. If you're interested in purchasing this outright, please go ahead and do that. There's a link in the pinned comment for that. And if you're interested in a private read, then please take a look at the Hypsee link. If you want to get a read that is pre-recorded, those readings do begin at $25 and go up from there. And if you're interested in a live reading, please check my schedule. And with the live readings, whether that is through text, through phone, or through video, we can do that. And you will get a discount between 5 and 75% off just merely for booking ahead. I'm going to go for now. We're going to go into the extended. And if you're there, that's great. And if not, that's okay, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves. See you later. Bye-bye.